Hey guys, the Halloween guy back with another video, and today I'm doing a second review of my Magic Power life-size heads-up Harry. Now the reason that I'm doing a second review because it's actually functioning a lot better than the way it did before. It still has some problems here and there, but honestly, I couldn't be happier with it. So if you see my last review, you know that there was a ton of missing pieces in it. There still are some, but honestly, they're not that important to it. There's a little white lever piece that goes on this side, and there's one in the back that lifts up each arm. The one in the front was missing, so it always lift up the head using one arm, which wasn't that good of a plastic, and it made a snapping sound. It still makes snapping sounds, but it's not as loud as it was. I don't know why it makes snapping sounds still, but it could be just because I used different screws to attach the new white piece in there. Or, I don't know. But the only thing that aren't in there are dirty some locking pins that lock this torso to the body. You can take out this whole entire half right here and take it off this base and stuff. That's how it comes. That's how it comes. You gotta press in the little locking pieces on the side to take it off. I couldn't get it both back in, but I can care less at this point. There's still a wire off the relay switch, so it still goes up and down continuously nonstop, but again, I don't really care about that. So, this thing has been messed up for like, I don't know, about 3 years now. I'll have to start with like how I first saw it and I'll get down to it. So, when I was a kid, this is like the first life size I've ever seen in my childhood. This is the one that got me into it, I think, into life sizes. I saw this thing and I fell in love with it, and I remember the day. This used to belong to my grandpa. The same grandpa that I got uh, this talking skull from. I got one of my Pokemon brooms from him. And he currently has a Monster Munchie Butler, a high voltage box, and a Dr. Shivers. Oh, and a Sunstar Groundmaker zombie. Which will be in my open house. I'll get to that in a bit. But, so as a kid, my grandma took me to like a store back in October, and she bought me this little. I still have it. It's a singing chipmunk that sings up on a housetop. I made a video of it before. I think it's made by Sound and Light. The day I got that, it like grandma was like telling me there was like an additional family member or something. I forget the way she said it, but I go to my grandparents' house and there's this guy standing in the living room, and I like immediately fell in love with him. And so like all these years I've been trying to get it from my grandpa, and I did in 2017 when I did a job for him. I stacked up a bunch of wood in the backyard, like a ton of it, and he asked what I paid him wanted to be, and I said that. Now I just gotta get Dr. Shivers somehow. But this is like my number one favorite Halloween prop of all time. I love the voice on it. I love the animation. It's just really badass. So, majority of my top childhood, this thing just randomly quit lifting its head at one point, and it would just sit there. I don't know why. I still don't know why, because I went into runtime, and it was the time I almost could get this thing back together back in 2017. After I got it, I almost couldn't get it back together. Luckily, my dad was able to help me, and that's when I couldn't put all the pieces in there. And I just randomly put it on and just started working again. But because that one piece was missing, it would go up diagonally instead of straight. So yeah, and all these years later, I finally go in there and I put that piece back in there, and now it was so straight. You can even tell even when he's not organized, it's straight, because, yeah. So, I'm going to show you the details. Here's this tie. My grandpa used to dress this guy up. Like, there was a corncob pipe in there at one point. He put hats on it and masks. There's the base. There's a big purple jet button. They kind of copied Jimmy a little bit. And, whoa, the hell? It's sitting on the ledge. There is a Here's the adapter right here. It takes a 9-volt. There's a light sensor, an off thing, and a tri-beam slot. Light sensor I can never get to work because I have to like shine a light flashlight right up here. There's a button on the base back here that you press down with your foot to shrink them down. There's the volume knob. And yeah, so that's basically it. Oh yeah, the lights in the bottom part of his head don't light up because those wires came off them. But they still light up on the top, so I don't really care. So now I'll put.
Hey dude, come here.
Oh.
I'll bet you can't do this. What'll it be, trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
You see, it's still a little iffy, but it's making his head straight now. And normally it shouldn't be going up and down like that, but it is what it is. But and see, it quits up there just because of that relay switch. Now I'll do the second thing.
Hey, come here. Got something to show you. I need to get a better view of the situation. Wow, I can see my grave from here. Much better.
See, I guess I'll show you a close-up of him. Yeah, that is annoying, but yeah. Well, there's the inside of his neck, and the top is kind of similar. There's his eyes right there. They work better than Jimmy eyes, in my opinion. They're just so smooth. There's the mouth. That's like their thing. I rarely see these broke. I just got unlucky with mine. But yeah, and another thing I think people complain about is it's kind of skinny on the side. Look at that. But to be honest, I just think it means you can fit him against the wall easily. Last year in my haunt, I had him up on my porch by where I sit. So yeah, and the reason I fixed him is because I'm graduating this year and I'm gonna do like an open house thing at my grandparents' house, and I want to have all my Halloween props there. Well, all my wife says at least. And plus, my grandpa's gonna bring his, like the Dr. Shivers, the Monster Munchie, the zombie. So yeah, still, I'll try to get videos of that, and I'm hoping around that time I can do reviews of his props and demos of them. But they're pretty cool, especially Dr. Shivers. He still fully works. Last time I tested him, which I think was like a year ago. But yeah, so that's it for Heads Up Harry. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye guys.